Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. In today's episode of Two Food Snobs Go To, Paul and I will be visiting a restaurant that I frequented in my early 20s for happy hour, but I really haven't given much thought to since. As millennials whose generation is often blamed for the downturn in popularity of chain restaurants, we're determined to find out, are we too bougie to be impressed by a meal that came off the back of a Cisco truck, or will we find ourselves pleasantly surprised? So be sure and stick around as we visit a restaurant who's trying to save itself from extinction with some stupidly cheap deals that may end up being cheaper than fast food. That's right, today we're coming at you from our neighborhood bar and grill, Applebees. We've noticed a huge amount of young influencers pushing Applebees on social media lately, and we want to find out if the hype is real. Can you score a tasty meal without breaking the bank, or is Applebees another chain in a long list of restaurants that are long past their glory day? Along the way, we'll showcase our full experience featuring Applebee's signature drinks, appetizers, entrees, and maybe even some dessert. Don't go anywhere, we've got a lot to taste test on today's episode of James and Paul Eat It All. Oh, I cannot believe we're doing this.
I also, did not see myself going to Applebee's. I did not have that on my bingo card. I spent a lot of times in Applebee's bars, though, after finishing work, and kind of like you would go with coworkers. Sometimes I'd meet up with friends, especially when I was just turned 21 and I was unsure about drinking. Like, man, I drink a lot of their stupid Long Island iced teas.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Alrighty, friends, well, we've been seated here at Applebee's. We've had a few moments to look over the menu and figure out what we're gonna order. We're gonna order some drinks, we're gonna order some appetizers, some entrees. We're gonna try and squeeze in some dessert, but we never know if that's actually gonna happen or not. But I gotta say, I haven't been here in almost 20 years, and it feels a little surreal. I have no idea what to expect. This is the third video in this series. We ended up liking Texas Roadhouse. Olive Garden, which was the second episode in this series, was utter trash. So I am really curious to see where this is gonna go.
And I have to say, I'm just excited because this is like stepping into a relic of the past. It's funny because some of the same things that I used to order are still on that menu.
Right, I was gonna say. I mean, there was many a late night spent here with, like boneless wings and Long Island iced teas for half and half happy hour.
No, it's kind of weird. It's surreal to see what they have for their new happy hour. Yeah, right now for their happy hour, which we are on the happy hour specials, they're offering $3 domestic drafts, margarita, Bahama Mama, and then $4 select import and craft drafts, as well as house wine.
Now, if only our server will come back before happy hour ends.
A few moments later.
All right, friends, our cocktails have arrived now. I never thought I'd order one of these again, especially at an Applebee's, but I'm drinking a top shelf Long Island iced tea. Their definition of a top shelf Long Island iced tea is going to be Smirnoff vodka, Bacardi rum, Tanqueray gin, and unnamed triple sec. Super top shelf. Anyway, that sounds super snobbish, but I am a food snob. As I was mentioning to Paul earlier, Applebee's is the first place I ever had a Long Island iced tea, and that was my drink of choice for the first few months of me being legally able to drink. But really, I haven't drank them much since. So let's see if this brings back some memories. I'm sure it will. Wow. Yeah, Jesus. I forgot what those tasted like.
You better save me a sip.
Oh yeah, no, I totally will. Totally will. I mean, I can't say I don't like it. It is a little sweet for my taste, but it's good. And all this for $10.50. That's one thing I do love about chain restaurants. It's stupid cheap. It's stupid cheap to get drunk at them. Oh my God. That's the best part about a chain restaurant is I can get a drink for $10. Hell yeah. All right, let's do it. And a big one at that.
I mean, this would be $25 or more on the Las Vegas Strip.
Don't get me wrong. It is cheap booze. It's not good booze. And you can taste that it is cheap booze. But it's not bad. And again, for $10.50, I can't complain. Whatever. I will drink cheap booze if the price is cheap. That's actually surprisingly good. But boy, does this bring back memories of when I did.
So for my cocktail, I decided to go with what they call the Shark Bowl. The Shark Bowl is going to consist of Captain Morgan spiced rum, passion fruit, pineapple, cherry, and lime, served with gummy sharks. I think they decided to put a Santa gummy on here just because they might be out of the gummy sharks. But hey, it's still fun.
I've long stopped being a fan of like frozen cocktails.
You know? It's fruity, it's fun.
Like you.
Exactly, like me. I can't taste the spiced rum, but I know it's there. You know what? For only $10 for a fun, fruity cocktail, this is the epitome of I'm going out after work and having some cocktails.
No, this is the epitome of going out after work and having cocktails. I mean, that was always my after work drink. I had a shitty day at work. I'm going to get drunk on Long Island iced tea.
See, I always went with the fruity one though, but let's see if this one brings back memories. Oh my God, it does.
Right?
It tastes like being 22 again.
Meanwhile, I have to say that Paul's drink tastes like a blue dum-dum, pop, and I'm not angry at that.
So I will say overall, Applebee's met the assignment when it comes to cocktails.
Maybe we should come to Applebee's more often.
I know, like, I'm kind of shocked. I would come back just for these cocktails. Now we're gonna wait for the rest of our food to come out, and we'll be back with you shortly.
All right, guys, so we have a plethora of appetizers to show you. Now, we've started off with the Ultimate Trio, which is their current special right now for $14.99. You choose 3 appetizers and 3 dips. I'm going to go ahead and start with onion rings because I'm an onion ring connoisseur. Crispy onion rings, don't get me wrong, they look like they're off the back of a Cisco truck, but there's nothing inherently wrong with that if you get a good brand, so let's find out. It's not bad. I mean, it's an onion ring, crispy, crunchy, onion sweet. My only issue is you taste everything that's been fried in the same oil as that onion ring. You can taste it all. Beyond that, I'm not gonna complain. It's not the best onion ring, but 3 appetizers for $14.99, not a bad deal. Now, with our entrees, Paul and I ordered the 2 for $25 deal. This basically means 2 entrees plus an appetizer for 2 people. So for that appetizer, we went with Spanish artichoke dip, one of my favorites. I've eaten a lot of Spanish artichoke dip. I feel like it's one of those things that's kind of really hard to mess up. So let's see how Applebee's does it. It's been a long time. I used to like it, I think. Then again, I used to drink a lot of Long Island iced teas here, so I could be misremembering this. It's piping hot at least. That's okay. I don't think I'd order it again. I'm not getting a lot of flavor. Let me try that again real quick. Needs garlic. Definitely needs garlic. Other than that, I'm getting a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of the Parmesan. It's okay. It's nothing to write home about. Again, we're getting this plus 2 entrees for $25. I can't complain too much for that.
So 2 other appetizers come on this Ultimate Trio, and those happen to be some of my favorites. Now, one of them that we went with was the pretzel sticks. It's hard not to enjoy a pretzel stick. And we got it with the Blue Moon beer cheese. Let's dip it in the beer cheese.
I'm gonna keep working on these onion rings.
Yeah, enjoy those onion rings.
I'm a slut for onion rings. Any fried onion type thing.
Not bad. Not bad at all. It's not the best beer cheese, but it has a nice bite. And as part of a $14.99 sampler, build your own sampler, I can't complain with that. The pretzel's soft. It's firm on the outside. Definitely got that pretzel-y flavor. The salt complements it perfectly. I would order that again as part of this triple trio, whatever they call it.
Right. Ultimate Trio.
Ultimate Trio. I've always noticed that they had ultimate or epic or something to the name.
It's got to catch your eye.
I'm actually quite enjoying that one. Now let's try one of these mozzarella sticks. Served with the marinara. Now, this marinara looks very standard. It looks like it might be a little bit on like the kind you get in the little fast food cup.
I'm sure it probably is.
Probably is. Let's give it a bite.
No cheese pull at all on those.
No cheese pull.
I mean, if they're as cold as the beer cheese, I wouldn't be shocked.
It's a cheese stick. And I can't be mad at a cheese stick. I love just a stick of fried cheese.
Yeah, you are a sucker for cheese sticks.
They're a pleaser. And I think like when it comes down to like fried food, if you're just coming here for cocktails and fried food, I think it meets the mark. Like the price is right. The cocktails price are right. So far, I don't really have anything too bad to say about it other than it's standard. But I'm okay with that.
You're getting what you pay for. And right now, I don't feel ripped off. I will say, I do like the Long Island iced tea, though.
So we're going to go ahead and enjoy everything we got out here and wait for our entrees to come out. We'll be back with you shortly. Hi there, everyone. We hope that you are enjoying today's video. If you are, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing. And hit that bell icon for notifications whenever a new episode is released. Your support means the world to us, and it allows our videos to be seen by more viewers just like you. Now back to our video. All right, so our entrees have come out as part of the 2 for $25 deal. I decided to go with the Oriental Chicken Salad. Now, that is the actual name on the menu, and
it does feel a little outdated.
It does feel a little outdated.
Yeah, normally when you use the word Oriental, it refers to a rug, not a... Yeah, anyway.
Let's go ahead and kind of mix this in.
I remember enjoying it.
I enjoyed the salad.
I'm a sucker for vaguely Asian chicken salad.
And the dressing was always my favorite part. Let's give this a bite.
So does it taste anything like you remember?
I feel like back in the day, they used to use a lot more of that dressing, but I can also see why they don't. Because fun fact, back in my early 20s, I used to think that this was me being healthy by ordering the salad whenever I'd come to an Applebee's. Lo and behold, you find out with the nutritional facts that this salad was worse than the burger.
Salads at a chain restaurant are almost never healthy.
I will say though, all the taste is there. I do think that it could benefit from having more of the dressing, because that's really the thing that kind of set it over the top. Now, they also serve it with a breadstick. I don't remember the breadstick being a thing, but I can already tell you if you watched our Olive Garden video, then you know our gripes with the breadsticks was they were not seasoned enough. Well, there is actual little bits of Parmesan. I can see little bits of seasoning on these breadsticks. So let's give this a bite. So it's chewier than the Olive Garden breadstick, but there is way more flavor in them. So first off, Olive Garden, you need to take some notes on how to do a breadstick because they actually nailed the flavor right on this, but they maybe don't have the whole baking down on the breadsticks. So it's kind of a catch-22. I like the flavor of these a lot more, but I do think that the bread could be a little softer, not as overbaked. But I will give it that. They made a breadstick better than Olive Garden, in my opinion.
Seems like that's not hard nowadays.
Try it though, just to verify what I'm saying.
Breadstick time. That's a lot more flavor than the Olive Garden breadsticks, I can't lie. But damn, okay. I would say that's seasoned to the way I would season it at home. Good amount of garlic, good amount of parsley. I think there's a hint of black pepper on there too. Good amount of salt. Yeah, well done.
So overall, I'm gonna tuck into the rest of this salad, but overall not too many complaints on it.
Now, I've gone with something that seems more like it would be at home on a Denny's menu rather than an Applebee's menu, but what do I know? This is their new grilled cheese cheeseburger, made from an all-beef patty stacked with 4 slices of American cheese. Their tangy bacon sauce on toasted potato bread, served with a side of tomato basil soup for dipping. I think that's at least creative. Let's give it a taste. On the side here, my cheese is not as melty as I'd like. Frankly, I don't really like, yellow American cheese. I've never been a fan, even as a kid, unless it's like super, super melty. Not all American cheese is created equal. Some brands are better than others. By any other standard in the world, it's barely cheese. I'm gonna dunk it here in the soup. So far that bite just tasted like grilled cheese and tomato soup. So let's try a little bit of the burger by itself. It's fine. I do wish they would have asked me how I wanted it cooked because it's clearly just like well done at this point. It's okay. It's seasoned pretty well. There's a good amount of salt to it. I'm not sure if that's coming from the actual patty or the sauce on there, but the sauce could also be a heck of a lot heavier in my opinion. I'm getting, some creaminess from the American cheese. I do think that the tomato soup is a nice touch, and the tomato soup's actually not bad. The fact that, this is coming as part of that 2 for $25 menu, it's still a good deal, especially if you're not super picky like I am. Let's try the French fries by themselves first. Okay, the fries are fine. They're crispy, on the outside, pillowy, soft on the inside, but they are extremely salty. I'm not sure that was intended or by accident, but yeah, it's like a salt bomb. Not bad. I think a little ketchup won't, cure. But there are some salty ass fries. All in all, not the worst, but not the best. I don't think if I were to come back here, would I get the grilled cheese cheeseburger again?
You do have the option as well, though, to upgrade to things like the steaks or the other options on the 2 for $25. So there is a small nominal price you can pay to upgrade to some of their other entrees.
I was less confident about their steaks, though, than I was their burgers. I think so far, still the thing I like best has been the Long Island iced tea. But again, for the price, I can't complain that much. At least it's not like Olive Garden where we spent over $100 for 2 of us for really god-awful food. Anyway, we're going to work on this. Hopefully we're going to try and save some room for dessert. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Alrighty, friends. So we've wrapped up with our entrees here, and now we've been looking over the dessert menu, and we did make a choice. But I want to just point out something I've been thinking about this entire time. I feel like Applebee's is greatly missing an opportunity by not serving apples or bees. Not the bees! They do have like an apple pie type thing on the dessert menu, but there's no bees. Can you imagine if they did serve bees? Like, someone orders the bees, and the sirens start going off, and all of a sudden, like a beehive just drops from the ceiling. Bees fill the dining room. Everyone screams, pandemonium.
I would come there just for that.
I know. I think that'd be hysterical. Like that Oprah meme. Bees. Anyway, so we did order some dessert. That'll be out shortly. And I'm hoping the dessert is better than the rest of my meal experience. We'll find out. All right, it is dessert time, and we've gone with the sizzling butter pecan blondie. Now, I feel like this was on the menu years ago when I used to actually come to Applebee's, but this is going to be their famous blondie, sizzled and drizzled with maple cream cheese sauce, then topped with vanilla ice cream and candy pecans in a warm skillet. I do like a skillet dessert, as passe as they are, as cliche as they are. I do like a skillet dessert. Now, they will say this looks pretty darn good, so let's give it a taste. Probably stupid hot. It is stupid hot. Okay, that was dumb. Yeah, that's like pure molten caramel on the bottom. Paul, you should dig into this while you can.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I love this. It's sweet. It's a little bit salty. It's gooey. It's creamy. You know, all those wonderful flavors from Blondie. It's kind of caramelly, a little bit nutty.
Okay, I think they hit the mark on dessert.
Molten lava hot.
Yeah, it is very hot.
But my God, that's the best thing I've eaten all night.
I have my hand going in there like the old country crock commercial. All you hear is my voice and see my hand.
The candied pecans are a nice touch. I love a candied pecan. Kind of get that, that sweet, sugary saltiness to them. Yeah. All in all, I'd come back for the dessert and then the drinks. Can't lie. Oh my God, that's hot though.
But this is dessert. I'm not normally a fan of dessert, but I do kind of like this one.
Yeah, give me something sizzling in a skillet with topped with ice cream any day.
It reminds me of the 90s.
The only thing that'd be more 90s than this is also on the menu, a chocolate lava cake.
Oh yeah, they also do have a chocolate lava cake on that menu.
But that says 90s to me.
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned for our final thoughts.
5 minutes later.
Alrighty, friends, so we have just wrapped up our meal here at Applebee's. And I will say, for the price point, it wasn't terrible.
No, I think for the price point and the deals, if you're coming strictly for a deal, this isn't a bad option.
Like, if you're looking for a super budget-friendly meal out, Applebee's, I guess, is an option. It's not an option I think I'd ever take again, just gonna be honest, or at least not from their 20 years. Though I will say that Blondie, man, that brings back some memories. That was good. The Long Island iced tea was good too. Man, I love a cocktail that's not, $20+. Yes, we've said before on the channel, so, we're so used to going to some restaurants where cocktails are ridiculously expensive, whether that be here at home in Phoenix or in Las Vegas, where we do a lot of our focus for our first channel. We're so just jaded by ridiculously expensive stuff.
So to see a cocktail for $10,
a big one too,
in a giant goblet, mind you, like that already has me sold.
The burger was not something I would ever get again. I would be willing to try other things on the menu, but I definitely don't think Applebee's is as tasty as I remember it.
No, it is nothing like it was
20 years ago. I definitely think Applebee's is a shell of its former self.
It was better when they had crap on the wall.
Yeah, it was oddly quiet despite not being completely empty, but it was also fairly empty.
And the decor just seemed so bland.
And, like that whole kind of vibe that Applebee's, Chili's, Ruby Tuesdays were going, TGI Fridays were going for, when we were kids in the 90s.
Like, bring that back.
I will say that for the price point, it's okay.
Between the 3 that we've done so far in this series, this is definitely middle of the road.
Yeah, so what I think we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start ranking the 2 Food Snobs videos. So right at the top, let's just kick it off. Texas Roadhouse, for what it was great. So Texas Roadhouse is coming in number 1. Number 2, we're gonna put Applebee's. Acceptable. If in a pinch, I could eat here again. Now coming in number 3 of this currently 3-part series is Olive Garden. Oh my God.
Oh, that was so horrible.
So awful. So yeah, for all you Olive Garden lovers out there, hey, I'm not trying to yuck your yum. I appreciate that you like it, but it's not for me. As a Sicilian boy, it's just not for me. On that note, my friends, if you've enjoyed today's episode of 2 Food Snobs, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, because we're gonna bring more episodes of 2 Food Snobs, as well as some future cooking videos, as well as some other product testing videos, and even maybe showcasing some stuff here at home in Phoenix coming up soon.
We also want to say thank you so much for all of your love, support, comments, and feedback. It does mean the world to us.
Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, we hope you have a great one and a very happy new year. Bye, guys.
Sounds like a hot idea is going public.
Applebee's new
100% ground chuck.
grill, two slices,
Fresh.
onion, red onion. I want fries. You got it. Wanna buy? Buy. Buy at Applebee's. New great grilled burger.
Don't miss this initial public offering. You belong at Applebee's.